problem is the motivation, and we have seen like many videos telling motivation is a myth. Take action, screw motivation kind of thing. But motivation is sometimes required, and because it really helps to push. So what happened to me was that I had to study for this upcoming test, but I was not feeling motivated. Anyways, I have read topics before also, kind of unmotivated. And when you're unmotivated, you really don't bother to care much, and you just read the topic in some way or the other. Now what happens is that that thing doesn't sticks because you didn't read it properly the first time itself. Now I came across this video, as you can see here, and he gives some advices. So the first advice is you need to have the goals, and I believe my goals are very kind of random, scattered here and there. Obviously the first goal is to get rid of the monster that is the OCD. It's really bothering me. I have a goal, then this OCD comes in the way and destroys the goal. My interest towards the goal is completely destroyed. I know it is because of the OCD, but I need to have the goal. Even if it's not a perfect goal, you just have something to work towards it. Second point, he says that you need to have some rewards, but that's a bit difficult or not possible, because he gives an example like he plays the piano, he goes out for walks. But what in my case happens is that if I take any reward, I will end up enjoying the whole time and not coming back to studying. So that is a problem with me taking rewards. This might not happen to everybody. Now the last thing that he mentions is, so the last part of the video, he says to keep a steady pace. He says to find out all the things that is required to be asked in the exam, and yeah, that's a very important step. The thing is that sometimes you just don't care, and which brings you to the first point, you need to have goals. When you don't have the motivation, your goals will help to push you. But for someone with OCD, it's really difficult because goals keep changing every time. So you have to be very specific with your goals. Regarding the goals, we shall discuss in the next video. There is an awesome video on YouTube regarding goal setting. So what happened was that I set up a goal, suppose, but you have to do the work. For example, I have to cross this test somehow. So I have got all the materials that are needed. I've got my notes, but something always prevents, that is the resistance. You have how to manage time as a student. All these is not required. If you're interested in something, you will ultimately do it, but if you're not interested, you have to somehow manage a bit. And Cal Newport had rightly said, you shouldn't follow your passions. Some people are just, they like studying and they will study, that is the thing. And for example, any movie, any web series, or any video game, you don't have to put in effort to watch it. Sometimes it is, but in most cases you just go with the flow. And here lies the problem. Now talking about the solution, the most obvious solution is to avoid technology for 30 days.